Hi, everyone. It is Mykal Harp. It is, what is today? Friday the 13th. I didn't even realize that till just an hour ago or so. Somebody mentioned it and I was completely caught me off guard. But it is Friday the 13th of March, 2020. And I wanted to come online and just share a brief message. Well, as brief as I can make it, a brief message about all the fear going on right now. Yesterday I went, I live in a small town, and I went into the bigger city to do some shopping that I needed to do. And when I went up there, I found myself getting more and more frustrated with everybody that I was dealing with. And that's just not like me. I'm usually fairly calm. I think most of you know me. It's pretty rare for me to get to the point where I want to yell at somebody. But yesterday, I was definitely on the brink of wanting to be ugly. And part of it was like I had to come back to my hometown to get some ID for doing a transaction that I have no idea why I needed my ID, but apparently that's what we're coming to anymore. So I had to come all the way home. And that's about an hour-long drive. So as I'm driving home, I was really I wanted to observe myself. Oh, my nose is itching. That must mean truth, right? I started observing myself, wondering where this was coming from, because like I said, it's just not like me. And I kind of tapped into having gone into the city and been dealing with a lot of people, how I had been picking up a lot of chaotic, to me, it's almost like static, like it's just really strong. It's all over the place. It's going in every direction. And it was really hitting me in a way that I was starting to express that energy. And I don't like that in myself necessarily, because I really do a lot of work in trying to observe myself and understand what my emotional reactions, where they're coming from, because all emotional reactions have an undermining reason that they are showing up. In my work, I work with people who might have had emotional trauma, or maybe it was a belief system that's not in alignment with their true, authentic self. But we also, as empaths, and most of us that are on this walk, that are doing this kind of work, as an empath, you can also pick up energy. And I was really picking up a lot of energy yesterday, and it was really starting to affect my mood and how I was dealing with people. And so when I started observing it, it's like once you see it for what it is, it allows it to just kind of go through you and dispense. And so I allowed that. And luckily I had that hour drive home to disperse that energy. And by the time I got home and my husband was getting home about the same time, I could laugh with him about it, going, wow, I was really getting ugly. I mean, I wasn't getting my way about wanting to get some stuff done. And that bubbling up in me really wanted to express itself in a very strong and not so pretty way. And what I love about my husband and I is we were able to laugh about it, because we can see, he goes into work every day, and, he's seeing it probably more than I am, because I am cocooned within my home, my office, but, I'm seeing people that are a little bit more balanced in their energy and aware. And so it's pretty limited, my interaction with those that are really living and highly connected to this fear matrix. And I want to share that's really hard to be disconnected from that fear matrix right now, because it's everywhere. We are being surrounded by it. And I avoid TV. I don't listen to it. And yet I am even getting inundated with it, with emails from every business saying how they're dealing with this virus. And some that I'm like, as a store that you don't even interact with somebody, they're sharing how they're approaching. And I get that that's nice of them, but it's just reiterating that storyline. The danger storyline, right? And that causes our innate fear to rise up and get connected into that fear matrix. And boy, once you're connected into that, sometimes it can be really tough to rise above and really be objective about why you're reacting and can you do something about it. And I think for me, it was, it came to a head this morning when I got another text. I've been getting texts and emails from past clients like you who have been talking about how they can move through this in a really healthy way. And so I got that and I was like, you know what, I really, instead of responding to each one of these individually, I need to comment on a more global way. And I feel like this is another nudge from Spirit, who's really been pushing me to do more of these YouTubes, to do more videos, to do more outreach to the community and creating a community and bringing us together. So I am going to take up this mantle. I'm going to do this video, and we can work together in helping ourselves, but also helping others on the planet, helping the planet. And my epiphany was that I wanted to do a meditation, right? I do a lot of guided meditations every day with clients. So I thought I would record one that I could send out to everybody, and you can listen to that at your convenience. It's going to be free, and you can download it, you can share it. And it's about, I called it the 4E meditation. And the 4 E's are, we're going to be erasing the fear. We're going to kind of dismantle from that fear matrix. We're going to embrace our divinity, your sovereignty. And if you don't know what sovereignty means, think of being the queen or king of your own reality. As a sovereign, they are sovereign. A king like Queen Elizabeth, she's a sovereign of that country. Well, you are sovereign of your own being. And so your sovereignty means that you are control of your vessel, of your experience, of your interactions, and so much more that we are just now beginning to realize. And sovereignty is about being able to manifest the things that you want to. So, right? So keeping on with the E's though, we've got erase the fear, embrace your divinity. And the third one is engage your spiritual team. And this again is something that I talk about to my clients about all the time. Your spiritual team can't really do anything until you ask them to do something. And so this meditation is going to be engaging that spiritual team. And then the fourth E is about empowerment of self, which goes back to the sovereignty, about knowing your divinity, about truly knowing who you are. So this meditation is for those 4 E's, but it's also a global healing. Because we are part of this earth. It's our mission for some of us, as they would like to say. We, people that come to me a lot is asking what their purpose is. And the thing that I hear time over and time again is just hold your energy in a really positive, high manner. That's really all they want. They want you to be happy, because if you're happy, your energy is naturally high. And if you're in that state, if you're holding your energy in a clear, high vibration, then you know what you need to be doing. And it's not about knowing what the long-term thing is. It's about knowing what your next step is. And so you can ask that too in this meditation, just help me understand if there's something I could be doing. Give me the inspiration, give me the intuition to do that naturally. And it's not even intuition that you recognize as a voice or a vision. It's you just feel kind of compelled to go that direction. As an example, it's like me going up to the city yesterday and having to come back for an hour-long drive. I could look at that opportunity, that hour-long drive back home, as an inspirational guidance to reclaim myself and to rise above, observe, and recognize what's mine and what isn't mine, what I want and what I don't want, which is, luckily what I did. The opportunity for a lot of people, though, is do you want to rise above and observe and try to figure it out, or do you want to wallow in it, right? So this meditation is going to be about for those who want to do something about it. And that was the text that I got this morning, was a woman who is feeling frustrated and she wants to react and she wants to do something. And, the anger builds, and the anger, comes from a feeling of disempowerment, because it's like, what can we do? We have to do something. And so this meditation is that something. You can listen to this meditation, and this is the most highly potent thing that you can do, because our ability to tap into our divinity and give intention and engage our spiritual team and have them work from their realm in the most highest possible outcome for all is the most powerful thing that we can do. Because most of us can't really do anything about the virus, right? We can take care and take some precautions, but a lot of us want to really make a shift, a huge shift and change within that. And so when you realize that fear and high emotional states feed into agendas that create the fear, then this meditation is actually the opposite, because we're going to release that fear. We're going to embrace our divinity. We're going to put the spiritual team to work. And that, like I said, is the most empowering thing that you can do. So I also wanted to share with you about some cards I pulled for this situation, because I was really looking for guidance on creating this meditation in the best way possible. And I picked two different decks. I picked Kuan Yin Oracle cards. Kuan Yin is probably my highest overlighting ascended master that I work with. She's so compassionate. She's equivalent to Mother Mary in the way that she has that motherly, compassionate energy. And it's just, you go to her and it's almost like you just sit in her lap and rest your head on her shoulder and everything's going to be okay. So I love Kuan Yin. Isis, on the other hand, my other oracle deck that I chose, she's kind of kick butt. She takes no prisoners. Isis is like, get the hell out there and just do it. And so I love the energy between these two, because one is very soothing, but one is that kick-ass attitude of, we have to do something. It's time to do something. And so I thought I'd get both of their perspectives. The first I did with Kuan Yin, I pulled two cards. The first one is Entering the Jade Temple. And I want you to look at her, how she's standing. She is so solid-footed and in balance, which you have to be completely in balance to be able to stand on one foot like that. And I'm feeling that. It's like, what I feel when I see that is divinity and balance. It's like she's receiving the divinity and the balance. She is allowing it to happen. She's not, look at her eyes are closed. She's not worried about what's going on around her, because it doesn't really have to affect her. Right now, she's being very reflective within and taking charge and calling in the powers that need be. And so her number here is 11, which I love too, because that's a really powerful number. And so right here we are looking, my request had been about, wow, my nose really gets itching. Finding the right words for not only this video, but the right visual journey for you throughout this meditation that I'm going to be providing. And this card is literally says, Kuan Yin causes all conflict to elevate to higher peaceful resolution. A resolution and healing of any situation that's concerning you is already underway. And how beautiful is that? That like the solution has already been figured out. We just have to step into it. In fact, if you're being asked to begin to feel the relief of that resolution now, right? Isn't that what we're all wanting? You can more readily receive the divine solution and peace, and this blessing of peace from the beloved Kuan Yin. And so I don't pull Kuan Yin in specifically in this meditation that I'm doing, but this is your opportunity, if you want to, is to step into feeling Kuan Yin's energy. Yeah, so I love this. There are moments on the path where conflict arises and struggles emerge. I mean, doesn't that sound like this is a huge struggle. It's a huge conflict. This is global. I mean, panic seems to be just overwhelming so many areas. They're canceling NBA. I mean, who thought they would ever cancel a major sporting event? Things are really shifting, and I think the term we were using last night that I heard a lot was there's a shifting of a paradigm here. So she says, though, there are moments in the path when conflict arises and struggles emerge. These conflicts may be within us or appear to be an external relationship or situation. This can be part of the experience of life on the physical plane that actually helps us raise our vibration to find unity and yet still honor our individuality. And that's exactly what I was feeling into, right? Her individuality, her divinity, her sovereignty. She is immaculate in the way she is perfect right there, just going into herself and finding the resolution. Peace does not mean avoiding conflict or pretending that struggle does not exist. Peace is the light that flows when we're able to step above the illusions of separation, competition, and conflict to seek out the consciousness where we are, in fact, all one in divine love, and we are all serving the path of light in our own unique ways together. Amazing. The energy of such a high level of genuine consciousness is transformative. Can you guys hear that? Do you feel that? Transformative. It allows us to surrender judgment and to release any need to prove ourselves or our worth to anyone. Instead, we live our lives and allow others to do the same with more peace in our hearts. And I think that's really the goal here with this, was to find peace in our hearts no matter what chaos is going on around us, because the chaos is going to continue. But the meditation that I'm going to do is going to help generate the solution, not only for ourselves, but globally. We can become part of the solution. We are the solution. And this is such a huge thing that you need to understand is we are the solution by being a higher energy, because the higher energies, the positive energies, have won the day. And the less positive energies are trying to sabotage our higher level energy. And how do they do that? They make us sick. They make us go into fear. They make us doubt everything. They start putting our attention on that immediate need of survival. Well, we're going to survive. We are soul empowered here. We're going to survive this. Absolutely. Not only are we going to survive it, but we're going to engage our divinity and utilize it so that they don't get the upper hand here. It's the only thing they want. They're just trying to undermine our positive energy through fear. And that is really what this is all about, is not allowing that to happen. It's about staying in a positive, peaceful, and very much powerful situation that when we come together and set our intention, we have them outnumbered as far as energy is concerned. They're just trying to undermine that. So let's get our energy back up, keep it up. We've got this made. There's nothing to fear. The solution is here. All right. And then the second card that I pulled from the Kuan Yin deck, I only asked for one, but she really gave me two, was Turquoise Lotus Mother, number 42, Turquoise Lotus Mother. And, I pulled these earlier, but I didn't really feel into them or read what they were about. I got a quick glance at it just to see if something caught my eye for the meditation. But now I really want to feel into this. So let me look at this. To me, there's like this level of satisfaction coming from her. Do you see her little smile? And it's almost a cockiness. Like, you know, you can try all you want. You can try all day long to try to undermine me. You can have the chaos swirling around me, but it doesn't matter. I've already got the solution. Doesn't she? I mean, I don't know if you can see her face, but that's really what I'm feeling in this. It's not focusing on it a little bit. It's like, I'm good. You can do whatever you want. You all can go crazy. That's my Southern accent. You all can go crazy and have all that chaos and feed into that fear. But me, I'm good. I'm good. Does not affect me. Does not have to affect me. I love that. All right, so let's see what she says. 42 in the book, though. So, Turquoise Lotus Mother brings precious healing to you now. Allow yourself to be lifted out of your struggle. She does have the solution. That's exactly what this is. An old pattern is finally in its death throes. Something that weighed heavily on us from the past. And that's what this agenda is definitely from the past. This can be one of the most testing times to allow something to go, just when it seems to be so demanding of your time. What was I saying about they're like distracting us with our core needs of survival, right? I mean, look at what they're doing with toilet paper. That's a core survival thing. People are going after toilet paper more than anything else. Well, not, at least in some situations. This can be the testing time to allow something to go, just when it seems to be demanding of your time, focus, and attention. Yet do not doubt. You've actually already learned the lessons required of you, and now you're being blessed with an opportunity to receive the healing. Exactly. She's in perfect peace about this. You can't hurt her because she has the solution. You can't hurt you. They can't hurt you. If you choose to stay in the light, to stay in the positive, to rise above and observe, try to understand what the reactions are coming from, where your feelings are residing, and how to disperse them, you're going to be fine. We're all going to be fine. So take a moment here. I love how they have these little mini guidances. Just take a moment to close your eyes and focusing on the awareness of yourself. And say, I now open my heart to receive the blessing and liberation according to the divine grace. And tell yourself, I receive any guidance, energetic transmission, or support that is unconditionally loving to help me receive this blessing now. And through divine grace, so be it. And keeping your eyes closed if you want to follow along with this, just perceive a light, a presence of energy of the Turkish Lotus Mother now. This is the Turkish Lotus Mother. If you do have your eyes open, her picture's on the screen, or you can close your eyes. And perceive a light. And as you focus on your heart center, be aware of the beautiful Kuan Yin holding a magnificent lotus made of turquoise. It hovers and spins above her hand, and then begins spinning above your own crown chakra, showering you with soft golden light, with flecks of turquoise energy. Now don't think about this. Just allow it to happen. When you've stayed with this process for as long as it feels right for you, silently give thanks and come back to the breath flowing in and out. And as I could feel the energy, that golden light with the flecks of turquoise energy, it's almost, it like sizzles almost. This is like, you know, it's terrible, but you know how the bug zappers, that's the way it feels. So share with me how that felt to you. So when you're ready, open your eyes. And just notice the thoughts or impressions. If you want to go back to that and re-listen to it, that come across to you. You could even go back and listen and then pause and just stay in that moment of receiving that energy and those turquoise flakes. Beautiful. So beautiful. Love, love, love that energy. And then there's Isis. Like I said, she's just so strong. And out of the Isis Oracle deck, we got the Divine Sisterhood, Community of the Spiritual Sisters and Brothers of Light. And what I saw when I feel into this one is how when we come together, the men and women of Earth, so to speak, and we engage our spiritual team, represented here as Horus in this picture. And look, she's got, I believe this is the symbol of Ra, the sun god. And I want you to know, we're not worshiping these beings. We're utilizing their energy. They are in service to us. They're not better than us. They're not worse than us. But they will come when we call and assist us, because they recognize how we can feel very limited here because we are not completely aware of our entire being. We have a knowingness of it, but we haven't got such an awareness for most of us that we understand our strength. We kind of have to convince ourselves, right? We're getting past the brain that sometimes hinders us. And they recognize that it's pretty challenging down here. And so they're fully awake, though. They don't have any question of who and what they are and how really potent and strong. And I mean, I just feel the strength and bigness, how large they are, how expansive they are. While we tend to feel enclosed within our humanness. But we can call upon them and reach them and ask for their assistance. And for those that are in the positive aspect, which is, you know, what we say, for the positive angle, we want them to assist us in doing such and such and such, whatever you need in your life. There's so much there. And keep in mind that their assistance they give you is always guided by each person's higher self. So this isn't about asking them so much to, asking for negative things just doesn't work, because there is a protective valve in place that if our intention is to send goodness and as guided by whomever's higher self, then most likely it'll go through. But we're not looking for a specific outcome. We're just looking for the best outcome for all concerned. That's the easiest global intention. And then they can take that intention, and if you can imagine it as flowing water, then they can do something and disperse it wherever that water is needed to the highest good. And they have the ability to see where the highest good, or where that water would serve the highest good. And we don't always see that. We only tend to see things from our perspective, and we are very much filtered by our beliefs and our emotional traumas that have caused those beliefs. So they have a much clearer channel to see the most appropriate manner. And we can too, but that's when we have to rise above, right? We have to kind of get out of the programming and look at the situation from a higher perspective. And we can do that too. But we have to do it sometimes consciously. We have to take the moment to do that. And that's actually what's built into that meditation that I'm going to share with everyone. So that's beautiful. So let's see what the book says. And this is Divine Sisterhood. A community of spiritual brothers and sisters in community that's based in equality, respect, healthy boundaries, and personal freedom, with a mutual desire for spiritual growth and honoring the innate wisdom, the great miracles occur. Didn't we just say in Turquoise Lotus Mother that the answer is already been had? We just have to put the energy and wait for it to reveal itself. And that's what this is saying. You are part. I want you to know that you are a part of this community of light. And again, the meditation builds this in about this community and you being part of it and working together with the community to create the highest outcome for all. And I love how they say on here, you know, at one time it existed only in the spiritual world, yet now it's being born on the earth. And that's what we're doing right now. We're giving birth to this community. It's part of your destiny to help create and nurture a conscious community that empowers all of its members and is based in truth. And to me, when you're based in truth, you're based in freedom. You're based in your knowingness. You're based in your divinity, your sovereignty. Oh, I love this. So wise. You are wise and grounded enough within yourself not to lose yourself in a group, and instead you help a group become a community of honoring the individuals. Your leadership by example is important, and that is so important because as you participate, just by participating, you're being a leader because you've shown up and you're doing it. It's important as groups can sometimes descend to the lowest energetic vibration if the members fall into their egos rather than staying in their hearts. Yet if the members can stay in their hearts, the group can lift each other up rather than pull each other down. Ah, love that. And she actually, at the end here, gives a little suggestion that you can sit in a circle holding hands with others in the group, saying that this circle is based in unconditional love, free from harm and fear. Those who love us unconditionally are now invited to be here. And this is the part that I used in the meditation. I used that circle with everybody that's going to listen to this meditation, sitting in a circle, holding hands, bringing in the energy together for the highest good of all concerned, for planet Earth and the situation on the earth, to find peace, to find resolution, and to find a relief from being and living in the fear. So I did use that. I love that. Okay. So those are the cards, and I love how they were so appropriate for the situation, and they were very empowering. They were very insightful and hopefully brought a different perspective for you to understand how living with a calmness and a knowingness that the resolution is to be had. And so I invite you guys, all of you, to listen to this meditation at least once, if not more. And it won't matter that we're all listening to it at the same time because I'm giving the intention that this combined energy, as everyone listens to it, comes together to create the highest good and the solution as guided by all of our higher selves and by all of our spiritual teams. So I'm going to send this video out with the meditation in my email list, and I'm going to put this video up on YouTube, and down below I will create a link for the meditation that you can download and listen to. And I think that is all I needed to share with you today. I'm so excited, and I know that I'll be sending out more of these videos. But in the meantime, if any of you have questions or comments, please feel to put them down in the YouTube section or in the comment section, or email me, and I'd be happy to answer. So namaste, and stay in peace, knowing that the solution is to be had by our intention. Blessings.